You are over the target. You are authorized to fire at will.
Hey, thanks for stopping by. TC and Friends Monday Night Musings. This is season 4. Just blowing my mind. Season 4. So this channel, come April 25th, will be 5 years old, and this is my 4th season of this series on the channel. So, and if you're not familiar, this is TC and Friends Monday Night Musings on the Minnesota Black Robe Regiment, Minnesota, or MBRR Media. And you guys are very welcome to be here. I'm thankful that you are here, and I would like to give a big shout out to all of my subscribers, all of my followers, all of the channel members that are here through either Subscribestar or channel members here on YouTube. And I would love to have some of you stop by and become channel members over on Rumble as well. Big shout out to my show producers. I'm Matt from Subscribestar and the Angry Vet from YouTube, and my Anonymous. You know who you are, and I thank you very much for doing what you do. Been a great gifter to the show, and I'm so appreciative of it because you guys have kept me going at times when it's been, kind of the hardest thing in the world to just keep plugging away. So this is probably going to be one of the shortest episodes of TC and Friends Monday Night Musings, and there's a reason for that. This is an introductory video for an entire series that we're going to be doing. I had a conversation in the can, ready to go, that was going to premiere tonight. My conversation with Brad Kohler. I get his name wrong, and I feel terrible for it. It's like the Faucets, Kohler Faucets. Yeah, there we go. But he's running for governor here in Minnesota. But that will be next week. But we're doing this episode this Monday night in lieu of that because it's this important. So as some of you are aware, back in July of last year, 2024, shortly after July 18th, I became aware of an accident involving a Kandiyohi County deputy, Christopher Flatten. And in digging into that story, I discovered some things about Christopher Flatten that you will be able to check out in the description of this video. So you're going to see down there, you're going to see a join button. If you're not a channel member yet, you're going to want to go ahead and hit that join button to become a channel member. And as well as that, there's a description, and you're going to be able to drop that description down, and the link to the playlist for Christopher Flatten will be there. You can hear all the backstory on Christopher Flatten, his violation of the rights of Derek Berg, and how he left the Wilmer, Minnesota PD after almost 20 years, and then went over to work for Kandiyohi County. Why I have a educated reason to speculate he left and went to Kandiyohi County, and why Wilmer PD would want to get rid of him. Wilmer PD Police Chief Felt recently left office kind of last minute, and it all kind of ties into, we believe, is the activity that caused Flatten to leave Wilmer and go to Kandiyohi just a few short months before the accident that he was involved in. And that accident was a drunk driving accident while he was on duty. And some of you know I have covered that. But another supporter of the channel, who wishes to remain anonymous at this point, paid for and got all of the data from the Minnesota State Patrol as it regards Christopher Flatten's accident. Hidden inside of that was this little gem that you're about to watch. And that little gem is the dash cam video of Christopher Flatten driving drunk the night of his accident. So I'm going to let you guys watch that, and then you're going to come back, and we're going to have a little bit of a conversation about that. Just a very short one, because this is an introductory, and we don't want to spoil it all, because there is massive amounts of data that I'm going to be releasing as it regards this accident, and just how far ultimately I believe the government cover up went as it regards Flatten's accident and his drunk driving. So pay very close attention and listen very well to what takes place leading up to the accident and afterwards.
You've been in a crash. iPhone will trigger emergency SOS if you don't respond. The owner of this iPhone was in a severe car crash and is not responding to their phone. The emergency location is latitude 45.1236, longitude minus 94.8393 with an estimated search radius of 5 meters. This message will repeat in 5 seconds.
Hello?
The owner of this iPhone was in a severe car crash and is not responding to their phone. The emergency location is latitude 45.1236, longitude minus 94.8393 with an estimated search radius of 5 meters. This message will repeat in 5 seconds.
I've got the automatic crash notification.
The owner of this iPhone was in a severe car crash and is not responding to their phone. The emergency location is latitude 45.1236, longitude minus 94.8393 with an estimated search radius of 5 meters. This message will repeat in 5 seconds.
Are you okay?
Hello?
Hello.
The owner of this iPhone was in a severe car crash and is not responding to their phone. The emergency location is latitude 45.1236, longitude minus 94.8393 with an estimated search radius of 5 meters. This message will repeat in 5 seconds.
Do you want to call a helicopter for this location?
The owner of this iPhone was in a severe car crash and is not responding to their phone. The emergency location is latitude 45.1236, longitude minus 94.8393 with an estimated search radius of 5 meters. This message will repeat in 5 seconds.
Are you okay? Hello? Hello?
The owner of this iPhone was in a severe car crash and is not responding to their phone. The emergency location is latitude 45.1236, longitude minus 94.8393 with an estimated search radius of 5 meters. This message will repeat in 5 seconds. The owner of this iPhone was in a severe car crash and is not responding to their phone. The emergency location is latitude 45.1236, longitude minus 94.8393 with an estimated search radius of 5 meters. This message will repeat in 5 seconds. The owner of this iPhone was in a severe car crash and is not responding to their phone. The emergency location is latitude 45.1236, longitude minus 94.8393 with an estimated search radius of 5 meters. This message will repeat in 5 seconds. The owner of this iPhone was in a severe car crash and is not responding to their phone. The emergency location is latitude 45.1236, longitude minus 94.8393 with an estimated search radius of 5 meters. This message will repeat in 5 seconds. The owner of this iPhone was in a severe car crash and is not responding to their phone. The emergency location is latitude 45.1236, longitude minus 94.8393 with an estimated search radius of 5 meters. This message will repeat in 5 seconds.
We have medics started and we are also starting out here.
The owner of this iPhone was in a severe car crash.
Stay with us. Hey, can you hear me? Hey, you've been in a wreck. Hey. Hi, I'm Tyrone. What's your name? Huh? Just hang on. Hang on. I don't want to touch you. I don't want to hurt you worse than you already are. Can you move anything? You roll. You hit the road close and you roll. Hello?
He's unresponsive, that's all they've gotten.
Are you okay? I've got the ambulance is coming. The ambulance is coming. Ambulance is coming. What is the ambulance? Hey, are you with us? Are you with us?
3313.
Huh? What's your name?
For your information, Lifeline is a go. They should be 17 minutes out coming from Lower.
area. That's only for first.
I don't know what to do.
Wants to land.
Is there anything responsive?
Very, no.
Sir, can you hear me? Okay, stay calm. We got to get you out here, okay?
Well, they said they're just letting be. The ambulance is on the way.
You stay awake with me, okay, sir?
I'm
Stay
trying to
awake
talk
with
to
me.
them.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Just like that. Stay right there. Stay with me. Stay with me.
Oh, you're an EMT, okay.
And likely probably could take out 17 in 7 minutes.
Who's
This
next to
meeting
you?
will get fired at the
I'll go
point.
for it.
Copy that.
Okay, you stay with us, okay?
I'm trying to talk to them.
Yep. I don't know where I need.
29.
We need 4150 on that. We're gonna be having to take the hood off.
Is there a hood latch over there on that?
Stay with me, okay, bud? You okay? Okay.
I've seen it happen.
Stay with me. Stay with me.
Dispatch 98.
6-9 Wilmer, is there any other law enforcement or something?
I can get your radio. I got a radio here for you.
Okay, my Tollefson 129 or about a mile off.
Do you have your seatbelt on yet, sir? Is your seatbelt still on, sir? Is your seatbelt still on or no? No? Okay, we got things coming. Okay, you stay with us, man. Are you flattened?
I see it.
Yep. I'm Jeremy Boink. Remember me? Okay. Sheriff Flatton? I didn't Sheriff Flatton. He's with me. He knows who I am.
Chris, can you hear me? It's Megan.
Yep, he knows who I am. We've got
I don't know what
Chris, at 1829.
Yep.
Where are you feeling pain at?
358.
3358.
He's in and out. Yep. He's in and out.
On the block 4 and 12, traffic goes through it. 214 was coming out. You can take
Megan,
15th
are
Avenue
you
for
feeling any pain anywhere?
stop traffic.
Chris!
He's with us. I mean, he's alert.
SC1.
Not sure if you're getting updates. He's in
We're
the
gonna
local,
get
you know.
Those numbers are all. We're gonna have to get them cut out.
Okay, that's good, that's good. You remember what happened?
10-4. 10-4 is in
We're gonna have to get you cut out here, we got rest to come here
And
shortly.
license is ago. The offense
Because we can get a little bit
We're gonna have to cut.
wanna get this leak down. This thing goes off.
you copy
that?
any
No, this comes off.
correct?
Yeah.
If I get this through, I think
73 copies
three them up
radio
pretty
traffic.
good.
It's execution needed and you assigning Candy 5 for this crash.
Affirmative execution will be needed, and yes, Candy 5.
Rescue 9573 to law enforcement.
Perfect, that's good, that's good. Oh, wait. Nice and slow here. Does anything down here hurt when you move it?
Good.
Let's get the concrete longboard right here.
What do we got?
If I can get this out of the way,
The
then.
vehicle is currently on its passenger side.
Okay, what's your name again?
Yes, of course. Thank you.
I'm good.
Can
Can I
you
get
go
this light straight for you?
station or is it leaning against?
All right, folks, you saw it. What you don't know is I have all the speed readouts, or I shouldn't say all, but I have the chronological speed readouts from the accident leading up to the accident, and they're kind of a dispatch readout. Some of those speeds were over 100 miles an hour, and you can't tell that from looking at the video. But Christopher Flatten, Deputy Flatten of the Kandiyohi County Sheriff's Office, was clearly under the influence. You could see that as he was weaving all over the road. You could see it in his terrible turn at the intersection right before the accident, and you saw the accident yourself. And then you heard with your own ears that Christopher Flatten iPhone called 911 for him. Now, in the stories that are going to be coming up, in the way that we're going to be covering this and the way we're going to be breaking it down, you're going to get a timeline of events in the next installment of this story that's going to show you that there are staff who are aware of Flatten's drunkenness while on duty. And not just that day. There was a deputy on scene that day who was also present prior to this accident who knew that Flatten was drinking. But that deputy also states that they had observed the same aroma of alcohol on Flatten at other times. Folks, this was not Christopher Flatten's first time being drunk on duty, and it was not his first time driving drunk by any stretch of the imagination. Is that pure speculation? Let's call it an educated deduction. There's no way around it. Sheriff Eric Tollefson of the Kandiyohi County Sheriff's Office had staff who knew the day of this accident that Flatten was under the influence. But it's so much worse than that. So much worse. And I would encourage you to take your time, pay attention to this as we release all of this. We're going to be releasing the pictures. We're going to be putting a bunch of the pictures into a video format. We're going to be overlaying audio over that. We're going to be breaking down different video from dash cams from state troopers. We're going to be releasing the state troopers audio with Flatten in the hospital as the trooper presents a warrant for his blood. And you're going to hear a breakdown of just the timing on the medical response and just how mysterious some of that is. And that's all going to be coming to you in the days to come. And like I said, this is probably going to be one of the shortest episodes of TC and Friends Monday Night Musings, but I think it's going to be well worth the brevity tonight to get into the full depth of all of the video that is out there with all of the images as well. We're going to have reports. We're going to have statements. And you guys are going to see, like, folks, I know that it's a tendency to want to err on the side of caution with law enforcement and to say to ourselves, like, it's just one or two. It's not in my town. Corruption's only in the big towns or the big cities, or corruption's only at the local level, and where the sheriff is super nepotistic and it's a good old boys club. No, folks, corruption in law enforcement is at every level, from your local municipality to your county to your state to the Fed level. For those of you that are normie con Trump bots who hate the FBI is not the only form of corrupt law enforcement. The guy that you like downtown who walks a beat or drives around and talks to the kids and kind of runs the miscreants that are from out of town off, more than likely he's probably covering something up as well. And for those of you that say, well, it's just a few bad apples, what did your parents teach you when you were growing up? Did your parents teach you that good apples make bad apples good? No. Your parents teach you that it only takes one bad apple to ruin an entire bunch of bad apples or apples. That's the way it is. For those of you that say they can't help it, they're just following orders. No. You cannot be aware of the corruption that runs across law enforcement as a career field these days and remain in the career field without being corrupted yourself. And the silence and the corruption in law enforcement will be shown to happen in even tiny little out of the way communities and counties like Kandiyohi County, Minnesota. We're not talking about a major metro area by any stretch of the imagination. We're talking about a very rural area. This county, the video that you're going to see, you're going to say to yourself, that looks like my county in rural Minnesota or rural Ohio, or maybe not Texas or Arizona so much, but you're going to have that feel. This is a small agency. This is a close-knit community. These people know each other. They see each other on a daily basis, on duty, off duty. But this reeks of corruption, and it reeks of cover-up. You could disagree with me if you want, but you're going to have a really hard time disagreeing with the evidence that we're going to produce. If you think this is damning, wait till you see and hear the rest of it. There's not a lot you're going to be able to walk away from this, from our deal and having to deal with, where you're not going to be able to sit back and say, there's something fundamentally flawed and broken in the law enforcement career field these days. And folks, it's not just a bunch of hardcore progressive leftists who are defunding the police that are causing the problem. It's not just criminals who are angry at the cops. You need to be angry at what's happening, because these are your taxpayer dollars, your wage slave taxpayer dollars are covering for this stuff. Let's say there's never a settlement or a payout because nobody was harmed besides Christopher Flatten. The Kandiyohi County Sheriff's Office lost a vehicle and has a medical bill that you're paying for. And make no mistake, it's not just the wage slave taxpayers of Kandiyohi County, because the state of Minnesota helps fund law enforcement across the entire state. And the federal state helps fund all law enforcement across the country. There's not a single law enforcement agency in your state, in your community, that doesn't receive federal dollars. So all of this is of interest to you. We're nowhere near done with the story of Christopher Flatten. And we're nowhere near done with the story of corruption in law enforcement. This is just the tip of the iceberg. So until next time, my friends, I hope that you will be watching for other videos as they come out. Like I said, this is going to be the first of many. You're going to be getting just the raw data, and you're also going to be getting some breakdown and timeline with commentary from me going forward. Thank you for tuning in, and until next time, my friends, as my friend Monica has made the sign here, fight for your liberty, it is yours. Fight for your freedom, it belongs to you. And sic semper tyrannis.
We are go for liftoff in T-30. Stand by for further instructions, Minnesota Black Robe Regiment.
Secondary guidance systems engaged.
Minnesota Black Robe Regiment, it will be on my mark.
All systems are a go. All systems are a go.
Minnesota Black Robe Regiment, you are over the target. You are authorized to fire at will.